house note has gone up by $1,000 and they're not sure where they're going to come up with that money. Hey guys, welcome to a day in a life. So today we're talking about change, particularly unexpected change. So this change could look like maybe a layoff. It could look like your rent going up, something happening in the economy that causes you to make an unexpected change. We're also going to be talking about how to deal with it and what it feels like in your body as you're going through these different scenarios. So let's get to it. As I'm on social media, I'm seeing these different themes that's happening around the country, particularly in the US. It could also be happening in other countries, but I'm going to address the country that I live in, which is the US. So a lot of people are talking about that own homes, that their taxes are increasing, and because their taxes have increased, that some people, their house note has gone up by $1,000 and they're not sure where they're going to come up with that money. Currently they don't have enough equity to sell, so they're pretty much upside down. So it's really a lose situation and trying to deal through that type of stress. We're also dealing with renters where rent is going up continuously. That is also my situation, where my rent keeps going up, and so I'm at a point where I need to move. And if I was to pan this camera around, you would see boxes all around me. So like, how do we manage? How do we do this when there's an unexpected change or shakeup? And then also I'm seeing with some people where they've been laid off. So they've been used to having a steady income and now there's not steady income. So one of the things that we really want to focus in is to our intuition. So whenever a problem comes in, a solution comes in at the same time. When we're focused on the problem expands and grows. So with our base chakra, that's fight, flight, food, shelter, safety. So that it just radiates fear. So just think about like an alarm just going off. We have to find a way to soothe that, because once we soothe that, then we can tune into our gut instinct. Our gut instinct is letting us know the next step to take in order to help us with a particular situation, to help us move through a situation. So in 2020, when the whole pandemic happened, I was laid off. And so I tried my best to keep my townhouse for that year. Eventually, it got to the point where it just didn't make financial sense to keep it anymore, because I had more money going out than coming in. I also had a 70-pound dog at the time, and a lot of places will discriminate against larger dogs, even though a lot of the smaller dogs can be quite loud and yappy. We're not going to even get into that. And to put the icing on the cake, I was not working at the time. So I had to find a place that would rent to me with a 70-pound dog and not having a job. So if I was to follow my gut instinct and go into the fear, I would worry, I would stress, I would freeze. So it's that fight, flight, freeze, and I wouldn't do anything. I knew that one of the things that I understand is our spirit team. So it's really important to have a good relationship with your spirit team, whether you're talking to them every day, you're tuning into them, you want to know what they feel like. You want to work through your clairaudience, your clear hearing, so that you can hear when they're speaking to you, your clairsentience, your gut instinct. You want to know what it feels like to have them around you, so when they're giving you information, that you can receive it. And you also want to pay attention to the signs around you. So what signs are showing up, whether you're seeing 1111 on the clock, or 111 or 444. Those numbers mean something different to all of us. So you want to figure out, what does those numbers mean to you? So I knew that this was something that I cannot do on my own. And so I want to share that with you, because sometimes we'll go into a cave and we'll think that we're all by ourselves. So number one, you always have non-physical help. Number two, you want to lean on your non-physical help. And then number three, you want to take guidance from the non-physical help. So I knew that there was an apartment building out there that would accept Nellie, and would accept that I was not working. And so I calmed my body down and I allowed the loud talk in my head, the panic and the fear to subside. And I allowed the intuition to raise up so that I could get the guidance. And when I got the intuitive guidance, a lot of times it's not conventional. For me, my intuitive guidance came in the form of Craigslist. So if you're in the US, Craigslist is a place that you can go to where you can get pretty much anything, because people list all types of things on Craigslist, whether it's a room for rent, an apartment for rent, it's a job, there's office space, there's all types of things on there. Some of it can be pretty scammy, so you have to be careful because there's scammers everywhere. So I was led to a number where I text, I connected with the person, we met up, I looked at the apartment, and they were absolutely okay with everything, and they were legit because they were an actual company. So again, we also got to be careful because there's a lot of people that scam and they try to get you to give money through Cash App. So this was complete legit, and it wasn't through my fear, it was through my spirit team that led me there. So Nellie and I ended up staying in this particular apartment for 3 years. Now there's another change in the economy again, and there's a change with my current income. So now it's causing me to move from this apartment and go from a 2-bedroom down to renting a room in a family member's home. So luckily I know this family member and all is well, but because I no longer have Nellie, because she passed in December. So now that I don't have her, it gives me more flexibility to move in a way. It also gives me the space to pay down any debt, and it also gives me the space to build up my savings account. So when I'm ready to purchase some family property, so where a lot of people can come onto the property and we can all spend time together and we can have these tiny homes. So my plan is to actually have a plot of land so that everyone has a safe place to land. So whether they want to be there or not, we always have a place where family can come and they can feel safe. So that's my ultimate goal. So sometimes in life, it might seem like that we're being stretched back, stretched back, stretched back. So what I want to share with you, as you're being stretched back, once you're released, it's like a rubber band, and the further you're stretched back, the further that you shoot ahead. Okay, so the important thing is the last point that I want to make at this particular part is having those types of setbacks. It's easy for our mind to get in the way and say, well, you know, you're a loser, you can't get it together. Like, it says all of these negative things, and it will count out everything that did not happen right. Well, you were in a townhouse and then you went to an apartment, and now from apartment to the room. So now it looks like you're going backwards instead of forward. But again, when you look at your overall big picture of where you want to go and what your ultimate plan is, sometimes we have to decrease in order to increase, okay? So don't let your negative mindset stop you. Don't let it shame you. Don't let it embarrass you. In life, we have ups and we have downs in life, and then sometimes you're in the middle. So just because you're down does not mean that you're going to always be down. You will eventually come back up. So I just wanted to do this special video because I know that there's a lot of people going through it right now, and I'm sure, like, if you're one of these people, if you know someone like this, please share this video just to help people pick their spirits back up, and then let them know you don't have to give up, you don't have to let go. It's not the end of the world. There's always a solution. So whenever a problem comes in, the solution also comes with it. You just have to get quiet enough to tune into the solution in order to receive it. So be sure to like, follow, comment, and let me know what you think about this video. I would love to hear from you. So I will see you on the next video. Take care.